Hey everyone, today I'll be going over how to use sweeps and swept blends in Creo. So sweeps and swept blends in Creo are very similar, but there's a couple minor differences between the two. A sweep is a constant or a parametric section that follows a trajectory that's specified by you. A swept blend is similar, except that the section isn't constant. It can be constant, but you can have one, two, or multiple sections along the trajectory, and then the trajectory connects those two sections by blending them, hence the name swept blend. So I'll go over a couple examples of how to use these in Creo. I'll start off with an example of a sweep. So like I said, a sweep is a constant section that follows a trajectory. So here I've drawn out just a quick trajectory, could be a pipe, um, anything like that. This is a 2D sketch. I believe you can do 3D sketches as well. But for this trajectory, I just want to turn this line here into a pipe. So I'll go through here, go to sweep. For a reference, it'll have me select the trajectory. Click that there. This arrow here just determines whether this section starts at this end or this end. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to pick this one. And then once you've selected a trajectory, you can edit the section. So I just want this to be a pretty simple circular pipe. So I'm just going to go through here, extrude that surface, 10 and 12. Doesn't really matter for this example. I'll click OK. And then you can see here that it took this section that I drew and put it all along the trajectory. This option here says that you just have a constant section, and then if you want to get into it, here's how you set up a parametric section. You can also extrude a thin feature. For this sweep, I used the solid feature where it has a specified thickness defined in the sketch that I drew. You can also extrude a thin feature. I'll have to delete one of these here. So it creates a surface, and then you can specify the thickness in this dialog box, depending on what you need. I usually just like to extrude a solid surface, but whatever works for you. Click OK. So here I'll go over an example of how to use a swept blend. So I'm going to use a wing as an example. In a lot of hobby aircraft, the airfoil cross section or the cross section of the wing will be constant for most of the wing. But in a lot of commercial applications, they'll have more than one airfoil depending on what point out on the wing it is for better performance. So here I've already got two different airfoil sections drawn. I have another video that shows you how to get these imported into Creo, so I'll link that somewhere here for you to watch if you need that. And then I've gone ahead and drawn a trajectory. So in this case, the trajectory is more of a line showing how the section will travel from each of the sections that you've drawn, and the trajectory just shows the normal path of that section as it travels. So on this line here, I know that my wing is going to be perpendicular to this line the entire way. If you drew this line at a diagonal, then the section would form to that and be diagonal throughout. So pretty simple here. Go to swept blend, reference. Again, it'll ask for a trajectory just like a sweep did. And then I'll go over here to sections. So in this dialog, you can either sketch new sections at endpoints along the trajectory, but since I already have the two airfoils drawn up, which is how I would recommend doing it, then you can go to selected sections, click the first one, insert another section, and then click on the other one. And now you have a wing. Click OK, and it swept between the two different sections pretty fluidly. So that should get you covered for sweeps and swept blends, at least for the basics. I plan on making a couple more videos going in kind of the more in-depth processes on these, or for some more complex parts. But this should get you to most of what you need to do. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.